So one thing we haven't done since we got the truck is the mouth to ear test. All right, I'm driving and here's my ear. All right, outbound seat.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
Can a Cybertruck replace a family SUV comfortably? Maybe even better? While that wasn't my initial question this last weekend, it was the question that I found myself answering to myself, and me and my wife began discussing. This last Saturday was almost like a challenge to not only put the Cybertruck to the test in its own right, but also just as a family vehicle. Throughout this last Saturday, we put it to the test in a few different things. First was something we had been wanting to do ever since we wanted to get a truck. Take our bikes out and go ride as a family somewhere. That was something whenever we had the Model Y and currently the minivan that we just were not able to get everything in there at the same time unless we came up with some really creative storage options on the back. So first and foremost, we wanted to get all of us out on our bikes. So 4 bikes, 2 adult, 4 full-size bikes, 2 kids bikes, and also a side-by-side bike trailer so we can haul my little one in there along with us. I wanted to see how comfortable it would do that. Did I need to get one of those things you put on the back of the truck bed so that you put the bikes over the top? Was I going to need a rack of some sort? I wasn't exactly sure yet. So how the length of the bed worked out with our bikes was really interesting to see. Additionally, here in Southern California, it was a really hot day, and we wanted to reward ourselves for going out and having some fun outdoors with some cold popsicles and things once we were done. So we're also testing out a fridge slash freezer custom made for the Cybertruck underbed storage. That was pretty slick, and I'll show you exactly how all that panned out. And last but not least, putting it to the test to also do some home renovation and picking up some 16-footer baseboards to haul on top of the Cybertruck as well. How did that play out? If you're out there wondering if this truck would fit your family, fit your needs, maybe there's a multitude of things you're trying to do, this could be an interesting video for you to get a perspective on the broad array of things it can do. So here's what I'm working with. These are all the bikes and the trailer we're going to be putting in the truck. And as you can see, it fit pretty nicely. So I didn't do anything special here. All the tires are attached. All the bikes are there. And the tailgate completely closes. No problem at all. So right out of the gate, the fit was really impressive. I was thinking that we would perhaps need to put a tire over, or realistically, I was thinking I might need to take the front tire off on at least my bike. But it fit perfectly. Tailgate closed, no problem. And not only did it fit perfectly, but there was still a ton of space after everybody's bikes were in. I had everybody's bikes, the dual seater bike trailer, which by the way is fantastic. We've had it through all of our children. Couldn't recommend it highly enough. I'll put a link in the description below. I brought along my air compressor as well for the tires, which you'll see in a moment that was maybe not the best idea in the world. So we headed over to the park and we had a little pre-game in the frunk with some of our snacks and things before we headed out on the trail. And the frunk is a great place for that. It provided some shade and was a nice little bench for the kids to get their snacks. Then we went ahead and unloaded the truck, and I wanted to set everything up all along the side of the truck here just to give some perspective on how much stuff we got into the back and exactly how much capability this allowed us to bring. This here is that double stroller. It's extremely lightweight and is put together in a matter of moments and feels extremely sturdy. So again, like I said, couldn't recommend that highly enough. So bringing the compressor and plugging into the truck was really nice, but maybe a little overboard for some of the tires here.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
So while that looked bad, it didn't actually blow the inner tube, but actually whenever I got to airing up the rest of the bike, the back tire actually had a massive hole in it. So my wife didn't actually get to go on the bike ride with us.
Well,
So,
whatever is Maisie.
luckily we had the covered tonneau in the back. We're able to lock down my compressor and the bike. So other than my wife, we were all packed up, set up, protected from the elements, and ready to go. And this was us hitting the trail. You see my wife in the red back there, and the boys looking to keep up. And again, this was something we just haven't been able to do up until this point. So something that the truck enabled us to do was get out, have this fun. It's not like you can't do this in some other truck. But again, I think what I'm beginning to explain is the stacking of the different experiences this enables that I'm going to continue to get to. Okay, when you're ready, you tell your joke.
I am ready. Why did the potato cross the road?
Why?
Because he was going to the grocery store.
So it was at this point that we were going to head back and go to the truck and get the popsicles that we got. So before I get into that, rewind and what exactly is going on in the back of the truck. Well, I had this company reach out and ask if I wanted to test out their Cybertruck specific freezer / refrigerator. And I thought it was a really neat idea because up to this point, we had used, cold bags and things like that to varying degrees of success. So I thought, hey, let's give this a shot. Let's see how it goes and see if it actually benefits us in a real world use case. And as you'll see, in upwards of 95-degree heat. So this is what I'm calling the cyber freezer in the back of the truck. So the whole back of the truck is still usable. And as you can see here, it's actually contoured to the shape of the Cybertruck, and it's perfectly level with the height of the understorage. So before we actually went to the park, the very first stop was to go get some popsicles, throw them into the running freezer, and see if it could actually keep the frozen popsicles cold for the entire duration we were out riding bikes. Pro tip, put the cold stuff in before you load everything on top of it. So between this exercise and by the time we were done riding bikes, it was, upwards of 3 hours or so since we had put them in there. And this is demonstrating how much pull is coming from the outlet from the freezer. All right, let's see what the temperature is according to the truck. All right, 94 degrees. Found some shade. All right, now once again, I got to do this. Transition to you holding it. All right. See if I can do this. Probably not a good idea, but. All right, so once again, I'm doing this. It's 8 inside. Go ahead. And let's see.
Ooh.
Nice and cold?
Yeah, they feel cold.
Well, they're really cold. Well, that feels. I don't know. Okay, come
All right, open them up.
I just want another one. I want water there. I want water.
Yeah, they're cold.
Open it up. Let's see. Where's the proof?
The proof. The watermelon. Open it. Oh, wrong side. Open it. Open it.
Ooh, those look good.
Right side.
All right.
Bite into it. Is it hard?
This is
Okay.
gumballs.
Nice and cold?
Yep. Wait, are they?
All right.
You better eat it fast because it's gonna melt.
This is so cold. It feels like it's colder than when we put it in. This is more better. This is more better.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
I like the chocolate chip.
Yummy.
Well,
How many calories? Oh.
this is great.
Same amount.
Totally worked. 95-ish, between 90 and 95 all day in the sun, out riding bikes. It's probably been 2.5 to 3 hours.
You don't like it?
Straight from the store into that. It's great.
This one.
This would also be great
Okay,
for
throw it away right there.
Costco runs, where maybe you want to get some cold things, but you don't want to go home right away. You can go do the other errands while this is doing that. Pretty sweet.
Yep.
You don't have to be embarrassed for me, but
Don't you want you to be one of those nerds like
that worked out so well that I immediately put that idea to the test by going to Costco and purchased a bunch of delicious meats and frozen things. And we were going to go run some errands after this. And so since we had great success with this for the popsicles, we felt comfortable doing this. And since it's currently set below freezing, you know, the idea is that it's not going to freeze everything. It's just keeping it cold for the errands. Of course, I wouldn't leave it in there overnight in that setting. And here we are having FSD drive us home after a day out, bikes in the back, freezer in the bed of the truck. Pretty hard to go wrong with that. Such a cool feature to tap into. So upon coming home, after running a few more errands, the test was to see, okay, what temperature are we at? It raised a bit. And how were things inside? And was it just in one spot was it cold, or was it everything? And everything was cold. So I was very pleased with the performance of this and keeping my products cold. And yes, lunch, dinner, and beyond was delicious.
Okay, I have a card here. Normal card. And I am going to make it vanish and then reappear. Okay.
So one thing we haven't done since we got the truck is the mouth to ear test. The patented, world famous mouth to ear test that every parent knows about. So previously we did this in the Model Y, and I'll put a link to that, and maybe I'll put what the numbers were in that on the screen. So we'll see what it is in the truck. So while this isn't going to be as far as a Suburban, we're coming from the Model Y. So let's see. All right, starting with the outbound seat. All right, I'm driving, and here's my ear. All right, outbound seat, 44.5 inches. All right, how about the middle? Sorry. All right. All right, this one is 38 inches.
Ooh.
On the money. All right, other outbound seat. You good?
Yep.
All right, we're at 35 inches. All right, so we'll see how far that is compared to the Model Y. I have to go back and check, but it definitely feels like we have a little more space in here. There's a little more, I think, of this Alcantara or fabric that all around the entire car, the cabin space. So it seems like it's a quieter space in here. There's not as much reflection from the hard surfaces like in the glass roof. While it is there, like I mentioned, the soft surfaces seem to be more plentiful, which keeps things a little quieter. So there it is, in case you were wondering. But hey, the Cybertruck is not only used for fun and games. I actually needed to get some work done around the house. So this is me picking up some 16-footer baseboards at a local shop, and the way that I chose to transport them. Now the angle of the from the roof down to the tailgate is actually a fantastic slope that is supporting the baseboard very well. So what I'm doing here is I'm tying a string to the front of the baseboards and to my windshield wiper for nothing more than stopping it from, ripping up going down the freeway. And here I have some protective cardboard, but really it's just the glass is supporting it on a perfect slope, some tie downs. And by the way, you're going to want to double wrap those. I made a mistake, although there were no issues. Just to be safe, double wrap them. Sloth mode drove me home. So I couldn't have been happier with the way that played out. Using this for some real work. Now, maybe people who do a lot more than this are going to want racks, but for the occasional homeowner usage, it worked out perfectly. And I can easily see myself doing more things like this with the truck. I have some racks that I have not installed yet that in the future, I could do something like this and still utilize the tonneau cover being closed, or depending on what it is I'm actually hauling. So home renovation use, check. Can a Cybertruck replace a family SUV? I think the answer clearly is yes, but let's dissect that briefly. I think any truck could replace a family SUV, but what are you getting out of it? What are the trade-offs, the pros and cons? So with the Cybertruck, when I say yes, what I mean is I have the capability to have the truck drive me wherever I want it to drive me. I can use it very successfully for home renovation projects. The almost 6.5 foot bed is longer than the standard 5.5 foot bed that most trucks have in its most popular form. The understorage enables me to do things like this cyber fridge freezer, where I still have access to all of my bed plus the additional functionality of fun accessories like that. All of those things in the back while utilizing the frunk as an additional set of storage or as a picnic table and a shade whenever we're out in the sun. The only reason, in my opinion, you're going to get a family SUV is if you have more than 5 occupants or your 5 occupants are very large and they simply are incredibly uncomfortable in the back seat. Both of these scenarios are not super uncommon. So look, I'm not saying the Cybertruck is the only option for everybody. I guess what I am saying is that Tesla should make a 3-row family SUV that's larger than the Model X and based on the Cybertruck. But honestly though, look, obviously if you need the 3-row SUV, that's great. Go for it. We have a minivan too, so I get it. But what I am seeing is that for almost every scenario I can cook up, the Cybertruck does it so well. It does it fun. It creates innovative ways for me to do things differently that I couldn't do before. So is it perfect? No, but is it fantastic? Yes. So hopefully this family Saturday afternoon showcase some ways that the Cybertruck could potentially benefit you or work for you. And if it's not for you, that's great. Hopefully it was just enjoyable to watch. Maybe you learned a magic trick, a joke, or a new dance move. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do hit that notification bell. Come along with us as we continue to showcase how we are finding our weekend gold. And I encourage you to go out and find or create your own weekend gold as we go through this journey together. And with that, this is Weekend Gold. Until next time.